Hey everyone, Mars here. Didn't really do a whole lot this KVK. Got 17th. I really only had 4 battles through the duration of KVK. I went up to the mountains with my friends and didn't have the greatest connection and didn't really have much time to play either. Just wanted to really devote my time to being in the moment and enjoying my friends up in the mountains. So there's no gameplay footage, but I will review the battles that I had. And I took on their biggest player. He's a 100 million power player named Marshall, and he pretty much had good stats, really good stats, and dominated the event. Let's see here, he had, I think, 290,000 points, so yeah, really solid score. You don't see those scores very often. So yeah, we're gonna go over some reports, and hopefully you guys still enjoy. So this is my only defensive hit that I took. I actually spent a majority of KVK unshielded, but no one would hit me, especially after Marshall hit me the first time. Love the power differential there. A little under 2.5 million, so that's great. I love that. Yeah, he didn't hit me with his Faceless Knight, so his stats were a little diminished, but still, I was very happy with this. Yeah, really good. Let's look at it a little closer. If it'll let me click on battle details. There we go. Okay, so he has his infantry up to level 4 legendary, so really good. So let's go down and look. All right, so he comes in. He immediately takes out my front line of my T10 infantry, and he kills those. And then after that, my guys just swing back and hit him hard. Pretty simple. Yeah. So, solid hit. I sent my a lot of my lower troops into there, and so I killed off his entire dispatch, and I had a great hit there. Sorry I didn't get it on camera. So here's one of my hits that I had. This is the hit that I had after Marshall hit me. So overall, great hit. He didn't have good stats, so I just kind of went in there and killed off a ton of his troops. As you can see, he had over 900,000 troops in his castle. And I came away with 43,000 wounded and got 212,000 kills. So I was really happy. Let's look at the battle details. So I sent just under 50,000 T10 cavalry, and then I sent the rest as infantry. So let's look at this all the way down. Okay, he has no reinforcements. So the very first thing that happens is I come in and I kill off all of his T9 siege. That's the siege towers. And then you can see that I did not get the ability to rush around the back with my cavalry, but I was able to do a significant amount of damage to his infantry and was able to just kill off a lot of his shieldmen and just lots of kills there. He had minimal amount of kills with his ranged units, but that was an acceptable amount of losses for the amount of kills that I had. Could have maybe done a little better with some more defense, but as you can see here, I got a really high yield off of my cavalry, so I was very happy with that. I got under the amount of kills that with what I sent with my T10 infantry, and I got about 2/3 more kills than I sent with my cavalry. So yeah, I'm really loving adding that, smaller dispatch of cavalry in there just to get that extra kills in. So here's another target I found. Power differential, good. I like it. We're talking over 1.5 million power differential, 8,000 military points. Love that. Stats are looking pretty good. His not so much. We're looking at over 900,000 troops right now that he had in his castle when I attacked. So pretty happy with that. Yeah. Well, let's look at the battle report a little closer. So as you can see, I sent about 30,000 cavalry, and then I sent the rest as infantry. So we're talking about 200,000 infantry, 30,000 cavalry. So that was really great. Now, look, what's interesting here is he has no infantry. So what ends up happening is, once again, my cavalry don't rush. They don't get a flank behind. So it's just straight up hit him. And what ended up happening was he had this T10 reinforcement in his castle, and I was able to come in and just slaughter them with the bad stats that he had. So really got to take advantage of that. Killed off his other cavalry, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get a second hit. So yeah, happy with. So this is another hit. The reason why I find this interesting is I come in and he has no infantry and just this one layer of cavalry, and this time my cavalry doesn't get any kills or any deaths. And what I think is going on here, and this is what I think is interesting, I'd like to do more testing on this, is the further down you go on the line, if your cavalry doesn't charge, if it doesn't flank, does it not go past the infantry until the infantry line engages with another line? So, did they not charge until after we connected with the cavalry archers? And then by the time they tried to rush through, they couldn't get to the units? I don't know what happened here, but it seems to me as if maybe I met the quota of dead necessary to end the battle before the cavalry engaged with the ranged units. I don't know, because the ranged units are, supposed to be taking major damage from the... Oh, big yawn. Supposed to be taking damage from the cavalry. Uh, you know, that's their anti-troop. But for whatever reason, with however this battle went, they didn't ever engage. So, interesting. Maybe more to learn there. So, Rise of Kings considers this to be a loss. Others will consider it to be a win. And I would say it's somewhat close to a draw. I mean, my power differential is only like 400,000, so that's not great. I'd like to see what kind of points he would have gotten from me. But I tacked into a rather large castle, at least for where I am, and his stats aren't terrible. I mean, he has 200 infantry attack and 200 different defensive infantry stats. So, not incredible, but not great. I mean, I got 313,000 kills, and he got 231,000. So let's dig a little deeper and see what's going on here. So, wow, I doubled my kills with my cavalry. So, yay, that's great. Really loving that. Why am I so tired? So doubled that. My infantry did good. They still got more kills than they had deaths. So that's solid. Well, those siege towers, it took me a long time to kill those off. So that contributed a lot to that. Let's see, which troop type killed me the most? It looks as if it's going to be... yeah, the T9 cavalry archers. Makes sense. Sounds about right. The next would be his T10 cavalry. So yeah, didn't have any reinforcements. Traps don't do that much. Yeah, looks as if we just came in, I engaged, I killed off his siege towers, killed off his remaining infantry, and then moved on to his T10 cavalry, and then that's about where it stops. Really wish I got unlucky. I didn't get a charge once with my cavalry, but that's not always gonna be the case. But lots of kills. I'm okay with this only during KVK, because that's pretty easily revived with KVK water. So yeah. So I had one of you ask me about what do I have on my defenders and what do I defend with when I'm taking hits. So I'm just going to go over that real quick before I wrap up. So one is Rhinoc. So I run a pretty simple attack, defense, and infantry combo on him for that. And so pretty simple stuff there. He does really good. He adds a lot to my defense and causes me to be able to take a lot more of these hits. Raffi, though, he is my trap all-star. He is the defense of my castle superstar. I love him very, very much. So I run shield wall on him, so it gives my troops 5% chance to dodge some damage when they are being attacked. Not the greatest. I've been considering moving it off for a while, but we're just gonna have to see. I think that eventually this may go on onto Rhino and see how that works. And then got some infantry attack in there and HP. So that's kind of how I run that, and I feel like I do pretty well. Well, guys, that's all I got for you this KVK. Sorry there wasn't much for you guys to watch. Yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta just take a break and enjoy life and disconnect for a little bit, and I was able to do that this weekend. And I've been doing that a little bit more with Rise of Kings in general. Just kind of taking a step back a little bit, enjoying just kind of juicing the batteries. It's really good to step away for a little bit and get away from the grind and just kind of live life, and it's really good. It makes me enjoy the game more when I do play. So that's my suggestion to all of you. You know, sometimes disconnect, put the phone down, hang out with your friends, read a book, go for walks, whatever. And then when you come back to the game, I think you'll have a better time. So I'm looking for new things to put in my videos, so let me know what you'd like to see. I know that some of you have put a few things on my lists of videos to do, and I'm planning on doing them. It's the motivation and the time. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got. Also, I'm looking for a new Netflix show to watch. Nothing super serious, kind of something light. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments, and hopefully we can find a show that I can watch. Alright guys, this is Mars, and thanks for watching me, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.